Well, thanks for joining me inside the 2025 Toyota Prius. Nothing different inside here. There are a few different things for 2025 on the outside, so let's go talk about those. There are two new things for 2025, and this car right here has both of them on it. So first, we're going to talk about, this is the Nightshade Edition. Nightshade Edition is new for 2025, and it's built off of the XSE trim. So basically, it's going to black everything out. So start with, you get these black 19-inch spoke wheels. They look awesome. You notice you've got black wheel arches. You got black mirror caps, black door handles, which inside you also have the black Prius door sill across the bottom, and you only get a black interior in here with gray stitching. You get the black Toyota badge on the front, and you get the black lettering in the back. You got Prius, HEV right there, you got the Toyota badge there, and you've got XLE right there. Then at the bottom here, you have this black trim piece going across the back. Looks really good. I like the way that this looks. This black and yellow looks awesome. And that's the other thing we're going to talk about. The other thing that's new for this year is this color. This color is called Karashi here in the United States. In other areas, I think Canada calls it maximum yellow, and in Europe it is mustard. I really liked the silver one, but this yellow is really growing on me, especially in this Nightshade Edition, because you get that color contrast between the yellow and the black. I think it looks really good. This thing is just sleek, it's aerodynamic. Now let's talk about what has made this Prius an icon, and that is the powertrain. So what we have here is the 5th generation hybrid engine. It's a 2.0 liter inline 4-cylinder with 2 electric motors. Gives you 194 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. Now, that is plenty of power for this car, and 0 to 60 in this is going to be in the mid to low 7s, which is way faster than what this car used to be. Priuses used to be 10 seconds minimum to get up to speed. Not in this thing. Get plenty of power to get you where you need to go. This is tied to a CVT transmission to maximize the fuel efficiency, which comes in at 52 miles per gallon on this one. If you go down to the LE with the front wheel drive, you can get up to 57 miles per gallon. This has an 11.3 gallon gas tank, and that'll get you about 644 miles on a single tank. That is amazing. That is definitely saving gas and keeping money in your pocket. Now let's take a look at the space in the back. Because of this sloped design right here, you do lose a little bit of headroom, and you don't have quite as much cargo space as the previous generations. So let's take a quick look at that. You do not get a powered lift gate. Now you're looking at about 20 cubic feet back here. It's an okay amount of space. It's good enough for a few bags and some groceries, but if you are taking a long trip, you might find it a little tight to get everything in here that you might need. You can take this cover off if you need to. If there is any other space down in here, let's take a look underneath here. Well, it looks like it does give you some extra cargo space if you take this piece out. And let's see, does this come out also? These seem like, oh, they just got little plugs, so you probably can take these out also. I am guessing underneath here is probably some of the high voltage wiring and stuff. So you probably don't want to take those foam pieces out, but at least if you do lift that up, you can get some more stuff down below. There is a little bit of space down on the side here, and a cubby over here and along this edge here. Now you can drop the seats down and give yourself some more space if you need it. If you enjoy seeing and learning about new vehicles, hit the subscribe button because I put new content up every week. All right, it's time to take a look at the inside. Go. We are all black, just like I had mentioned earlier. So this is a soft material up here You do have cup holders down here. You got all your window and mirror controls right there. This is nice and soft. Over here you do have power seat with lumbar. And here are those black leather seats. These are really comfortable, really nice. And there is a picture of the inside. Let's hop inside and get a little closer look. So you only get a black interior in the nightshade. What is cool is right through here, you do get some carbon fiber look to it. It is just plastic, but it gives you a little bit of contrast. You can also see that there is ambient lighting going across the dash here. This is soft up here, but that is hard back here, which is okay. It's way back there. There is going to be some cheaper plastic materials in here to try to keep this at a lower price point. You don't want a super expensive Prius running around. People won't buy it. They want to save money. All right, good size glove box. Even though there is a lot of stuff in it, it is pretty big. We'll go ahead and come across here. This one is optioned with the 12.3-inch infotainment screen. So this is the big one. The 8-inch is the normal size one in the lower trims, or if you don't option for it. We're going to come across here. We're going to look at this thing. This is your driver's display, even though it's way out there like a heads-up display. And the bad thing about it is sometimes you can't read it in the daylight. Lights are on maximum, and there is nothing to block the sun from this thing. It does okay. I don't have any problem seeing it, but you can see right now my camera really is struggling to pick up anything on it. So we're gonna have to get a little bit closer with that, get a little bit different angle with this camera. But as you can see, it is up on the dash above the steering wheel. So depending on your size or how you have your steering wheel adjusted, it could block some of your driver's display, even if you have it all the way down, which I do believe that is all the way down right there. And I'm 6 foot, so I don't have any problem seeing over the top of it. But if you are a little bit shorter, because this is kind of my view about right here, and if you're any shorter, you might be looking at stuff more like this. So then you might have to make the adjustment with the steering wheel and bring it all the way up, but then you can't get it up high enough to see through. So yeah, so you might have a little bit of trouble if you are a shorter person. On this side, you have a digital speedometer, and you have this little circle thing going around here. Down at the bottom is charge whenever you are getting regen braking. The next part is eco, and then the power band. You have your gas tank over here. You have all your driver assistance features right here. It says 444 miles left to empty. We are just off of a full tank. And over here, you've got your odometer. This says ready because it's in electric and it's on and ready to go. You've got your miles per gallon across there. It's also going to tell you whether it's in EV mode or not. And you've got your temperature and your clock also at the top. Now this is a menu that you can change, and you can change that by using this right here. So you'll just go up and down on that, and that will change to other features. So there are your settings for all your driver assistance features, and we'll go through all of this in the tech video that will be up next week. And you just flip through all of these things. You can change it and set it up exactly how you want it set up. Panning back to the steering wheel, you have driver assistance features all on this side, and this does have the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So you are fully loaded and fully protected there. And then on this side, you have your stereo and voice recognition controls, along with your driver display menu buttons right there. Now we're looking at the 12.3-inch screen, which is optioned onto this vehicle. That normally it comes with an 8-inch screen. This does have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And we can click right here. That'll bring up all of these widgets. You can click on the Toyota one, and that takes you to Toyota's system. It's a pretty basic system. You have your Android Auto at the top. You have navigation. You have your media right here. Then you've got your phone connect. And here is your car information. So you can set up climate however you would want it for your remote start. You also have your trip information here. So this is going to give you your current. You can go to your history. If you hit update, that will reset all of this. So right now we're at 38.2, but I've been making videos and the car's been running because it has been a little warm this weekend. Go back, you got your energy flow, which is pretty cool. So it just shows you that the engine is running right now. It's pushing power to the inverter, which is then charging the battery. Now it just switched over and is running strictly on your battery. And then you have some vehicle alerts. Now I'm just going to hop down here because we're going to go through all of this driver's display and the infotainment center here in the tech video coming up next week. So subscribe if you want to see that. So panning down here, you've got your personal info, you got your Bluetooth devices, where how you're going to add a new phone. Go back. General is going to be date, time, keyboard, that type of stuff. Notifications, your Wi-Fi. You can change some items on your display. Go to your sound and media. That way you can set this up and change the EQ so you can listen to it the way that you want to listen to it. Navigation, your navigation settings. You got all kinds of things that you can add or take away. Voice and search. You go to your vehicle customization, and this is where you can change all your lighting, your door controls, custom drive modes, climate, and utility. Go back and you have software updates, your info, security, dealer information, and then your apps at the bottom. Like I said, we will go into depth on both of these systems. So this one does have heated front seats, and then you got your temperature controls across here, recirculation, and your air conditioning button right there. If you look down below here, we have two USB-Cs. This one is going to connect USB to the system. This one is a charging one. And then over here, you do have a 12-volt plug there. Then you have just a little tray down here. This is not a wireless phone charger. And then if you hit this right here and lift up, you do have a secret compartment right down there. And it says right on the bottom, hidden compartment. Just in case you weren't sure. All right, you got two cup holders right there. Let me come back, and we have Toyota's newer shifter design that goes, I've gotten used to it. It's pretty simple. You basically, to put it into reverse, you're going to push over and up. That puts it into reverse. You pull down once, goes to neutral. You push over and down, goes to drive. And then you pull one time down, and it puts you into B mode. Press for park. Right here is your drive mode button. So for your drive modes, we have got custom, sport, normal, and eco. You do have an EV mode, so you can drive in electric only for a short period of time, under, I believe, like 25 miles per hour. And it's only going to last for maybe a mile or two at max. You got auto hold, emergency braking, and you can shut off your traction control. Now, here is your wireless phone charger. So to give you an example, now mine has a case on it, so it's not going to charge, but you're going to just basically set it right down in there like that, and there you go. It's in, and it would normally be charging. There is a power button. Let's press the power button so the light's on. Let's see what happens. If I stick it in there with this case on it, will it charge? And nope, it started flashing orange saying, nope, it can't charge. So, yep, that's not going to work for my phone with the case on it. Back behind that, you do have this center armrest. It doesn't have a lot of cushioning, but it's okay. I haven't had any problems with it hurting my elbow or anything like that. A little handle right here, you can lift that up, and there is a decent amount of room in here. So I've got some glasses in here and just a few other things. It's about wrist depth, and then you do have two more USB-C plugs inside here. And this one was optioned with the panoramic roof. And it does give you two shades for the front and the back. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's all your stuff in the front. Like I mentioned, earlier. Nothing has changed since they redesigned this in 2023 other than the couple new things for 25 that I mentioned earlier. Now I'm going to go hop in the back and see how I fit back there. I'm 6 foot tall. It looks like there's enough room, but we'll see because we do have that sloping roof line. See if I can fit in there okay. One other thing that I forgot to mention was I love the way they hid this handle for the back. All right, the door doesn't open extremely huge or anything like that, but it's a decent amount, easy to get in and out. So I'm gonna get in. Driver's seat is in my driving position, and yeah, I do actually have a decent amount of room for my knees. Can even relax just a little bit. So we're looking at about 1.5 inches or so. That's no problem. So I actually have about, I would say about a 3/4 of an inch to almost an inch. My hair actually isn't even touching the top, so that's decent. Really much taller than me, you might have a little bit of an issue. Now let's take a look at a few of the amenities that are in here for the passengers. Okay, just like the front, it's all black back here. This is hard plastic. This is a soft area for your elbow. It's not super soft, but it'll be okay. And you have a water bottle holder right there. Looking inside here, you can see it looks like a decent amount of room. As we saw a minute ago, I fit in here just fine. We get on in, and you do have a mat pocket. No, you don't have a mat pocket on this side. It looks like there was supposed to be one, but on this side you do have a mat pocket. Down below here, you do have 2 more USB-Cs, which is good to keep everything powered up back here. There is that roof right there and your shade that you can pull so you can keep yourself cooled off here in the back. There aren't any vents back here that I see anywhere. So yeah, you might need to shut that. That way you can keep the sun off of your face and stay a little cooled off. But you do get an armrest in here. That's nice, and a couple cup holders there. So here is a look at the headspace back here. Like I said, I am 6 foot tall. I can fit my hand between my head and the roof there, so it's not too bad. I can even relax just a little bit more and probably give myself just a little bit more space if I needed to. So if you are much taller than me, you might have a little bit of a problem back here, but otherwise it's pretty decent. Now, like I said, this is a new trim. This is the Nightshade, and it sits between the XSE and the Limited. So let's take a look at pricing for this, because you save money at the pump, but are you going to save money on the sticker? These prices are going to be for the front wheel drive models. If you want all-wheel drive, you're going to add about $1,400 to the price and lose 3 to 4 miles per gallon, just so you are aware. So the LE front wheel drive with 57 miles per gallon is going to start out at $28,350. Now, if you go up to the XLE, that's going to get you about 52 miles per gallon and start you out at $31,795. Then you go to this Nightshade trim, which starts out at $32,560. Up above that is the Limited, and it's going to be almost fully loaded. It's going to start out at $35,365. Now this one here, with all of its options and destination fee, is going to come in at $36,338. That's not too shabby. Getting this car with this color and the black trim at 52 miles per gallon, and you're getting that for $36,000, under $40,000. That is awesome. That's a great price. Let's get a little 0 to 60 right here. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we spun the tires. All right, 60. That was pretty good, actually. I can't believe that it spun the tires. Now, that right there is actually the reason that I don't like CVTs. It's not because of the transmission itself, it's because it makes the engine RPMs go way high, and then it just seems like it's gonna blow up. Like it's just needs to shift, and it doesn't. And you know, other than that, CVTs are fine. They are a lot better than what they used to be, especially if you get the e-CVTs. Then you don't have to worry about some of the issues that they've been having. I've really enjoyed driving this Prius for the last few days. And the only thing that's kind of weird is the driver's display, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm tall enough and the seat is high enough that I can see over the steering wheel and see it. And I like to have my steering wheel down, closer to my legs, almost like a sports car type. But not everybody does. And some people that are shorter might not be able to make those adjustments and might have the steering wheel kind of blocking the driver's display. So that is kind of an issue, kind of a problem. The weird thing about it is that the only other car that I know of that Toyota has that has the same display is the BZ4X. So why did they pull that display out of the BZ4X and put it in here? The only thing that I could think of was that it was the direction they were planning to go when they released their electric car, and when they redesigned this, it came either at the same time or just shortly after they had started designing that and said, this is the way we're going to go. We're going to have something different. We're going to have something cool, something unique that everybody else doesn't have. And they put it in here, and then everybody was like, what is this? And nobody liked it. So they didn't continue it through the rest of their lineup. Now, I'm not saying that they won't or that they couldn't or shouldn't, but I just don't feel that they probably will. If they do, they're going to need to push it back a little bit farther, bring it up a little bit higher or something. Anyway, other than that, that's my only real complaint, is that, and then with the CVT making the engine so loud. Other than that, car's great. Mileage is really good. This car's brand new, and I've been doing a lot of test driving and stuff like that in it, so the miles per gallon is not registering what it probably could be, but 52 miles per gallon, under $40,000. This is an excellent car for anybody who wants to save money. And with the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, you're totally safe in this car, and Toyota has extreme reliability. So if you're interested, make sure you go to your dealership and check one out, because they are available right now. Thanks for joining me. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, so you don't miss any more reviews. And I will see you in the next one.